hello, welcome, Echo. It's good to have you along with me. And everybody else out there watching tonight from the comfort of their home, welcome to the stream. It's the Formula 1 eSports, FNL1 eSports round of the Formula 2 from Mexico. And it should be a very exciting one. It's one-shot qualifying coming up, straight into the race with a feature, and then onto the sprint, which, don't forget, has the reverse grid for the top 8 from the feature race. So it's very, very important that you do well in both these events. Not long to go, so stick with me and we'll be right into the action. And hello, Josh, good to have you with me. Captain Keno, corner 1 after the big straight, you're not wrong. Keno is expecting big things on lap 1. You're probably going to see that, yeah. Now, don't forget, if you are watching on a replay, watching it either on YouTube or Facebook after the event, don't forget to go to the description and I will have put the timestamp or the time code for where the race starts for both the feature and the sprint, so you can skip straight to the race you want to watch. But for those live, we're going to bring you some very exciting action, and it's all going to unfold right in front of your eyes. So not long to go. We're just waiting for the lobby to get loaded in, and hopefully BP's joining me tonight. He is a little bit busy, but I'll give him that. He is organising things, so he could be just a tad on the busy side tonight. But I hope everyone's doing well. And hopefully everybody is looking after themselves. I've got the stream labels worked out. I'm slowly getting there. So the first one is for the last person that chucks in a super chat or a donation, I think through YouTube. The second one is, I think, followers on Facebook, or a like, if you like, on Facebook. That'll update. And then the last one is the Streamlabs donation link. So if you donate through Streamlabs, your name will pop up there. But yeah, it's looking good. Hopefully you enjoy the new look stream. But we shouldn't have to wait too much longer, guys. Looks like we've got a pretty full grid too. And I've said it's round 5. It's round 4 apparently. So next week when you see round 5 pop up again, don't get too confused. I will remind you. I don't know why I thought it was round 5, but too late now. I've already set everything up with the number 5 in it, so it's going to stay that way. But if you didn't see last week's F2, I did put up a little bit of the Simo, thanks for following, bro. I did put up a little video showing the F2 of crash, and there was a grade 3 penalty for Nugsy, I think from memory, for causing the collision. So Nugsy's got to be careful he doesn't do that again. Sean Smith is now following. Thank you very much, Sean. Hitting the new like and share button there. And all the new people out there watching, welcome along. We're definitely going to put on an exciting event. Now there is a bit of a delay. Actually, we should be starting in about a minute. Mr. OSAP. Thanks for following. The background music is called Little Music 2. Oh, sorry, Little Cookie 2. Hey, what's going on? Ryken? And Ridden? Hopefully we can keep the smiles on your face tonight, buddy. Don't want to see that smile turn into a big grin at the end of this one. Well, they're about to get started, so let's introduce the track. Let's introduce where we are, and let's get a little bit of an overview of what is in store for tonight. It is Mexico City. Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez is the circuit, and it goes straight through the middle of the stadium, and the party atmosphere, the high altitude. Well, all the drivers are going to want to show their best foot forward tonight. FlySwatter currently leads the championship as it stands. vCNKI rather was leading, but that spot got taken away from him after he had some connection issues. So there's the top 10, 144 points for Swatter. It's Kino there in second, and Kank, he's dropped to third, but 119 points, he's not far away. Jetsy, he could see himself in the top 3 if he has a good event tonight, and with Swatter not being here because he's sick, anything could happen. Mitch Boss has liked the stream, thank you very much, Mitch. Ryken's using his lunchtime to watch, love it. Love it indeed. Now here's the track if you haven't already seen it before. Or 1, 2, 3 sectors laid out. 17 turns here with a 4.3 kilometre lap distance. There's 2 DRS zones for them to use, and expect some big things into turn 1 and coming out into turn 4. You never know what could happen. Well, let's head on to the one-shot qualifying. And let's see who can take the top spot early. At the moment, there's a lot of happening. Mad Mickey we're on board with now. Look at that left-hand side screenboard. Jetsy just popped his way all the way through the midfield, up to about 4th or 5th there. He's dropped once again. Now he's up into the top 3. Simo's there with him, and it looks like it's him and Blinksweld at the moment who will be fighting for top honours as we come to the end of it. We're just coming at the end of Sector 1, and at the moment, Simo and Blinkswell, there's absolutely nothing to separate the two. Into the double right-hander, it's a little bit tricky. 90-degree corners, you've got to be ready for it and have the car set up. And then into this fast left, right, left snake section. It's similar to what we had at Suzuka, but it leaves you with a little bit more speed. It's a little bit more high speed. But at the moment, Simo leads. Blinksworld's dropped to second. Jetsy's still there in fighting form. Kank currently is down in 6th place. He's coming up to 5th. He did get pole for the feature last week, but it looks like he's not quite as comfortable as some of the other guys. So Simo still taking up the top spot. He's taking it away. Kank, look, Kank's coming out of nowhere. He's in the yellow Renault. Is he going to take it from Simo? These two are going to be so close. Jetsy's almost on the line, but it was Simo, I think, who's taken it. For some reason, we had a few DQ'd, but there is your pole sitter for the feature race. Congratulations to the Simo, and we're in for a mighty feisty race for the feature. So there it is. The Simo took the top honours from Kank, who fought all the way back to get second, and Jetsy, he did really well in his Sauber up there in 3rd place. And it was Kozo, Zola, Penguin, Peters, the Ches, Wasp, and Mash Barretto, who finish our top 10. BP's supposed to be joining me tonight, but I haven't... Oh no, hang on BP, you're not live. BP is joining us.
Hello.
Yeah, there we can hear you now. Everyone's wants to hear your smooth voice, sir. Good.
That's right. That was a pretty interesting one shot.
It was. There was lots of changing up and down. Lots of that was unpredictable. Usually there's someone that leads it all the way from the outset, but yeah, Kank, he did well. He was down there in 7th, 8th by the end of it, second place. So yeah, have you seen these guys run tonight? Have you got any early favorites?
No, Haven't, honestly. So pretty much just going off last week. Which I'm looking forward to the battle up front.
Yeah, the battle up front, which should be very interesting. Kank's here. Hopefully he doesn't have connection issues like he had last time. Simo's here tonight, though. We didn't have him last week. Now, he's obviously pretty quick because he got the feature race pole.
Yes, and now
this is.
I reckon.
Go on.
Him and Blinks would have been the two that would have been looking forward to seeing, but unfortunately, Blinks getting disqualified probably cut a corner in the windy section. I'm fiddling around my audio at the moment because I've got a new monitor. But I reckon throughout the race, probably just have a look at Blinks, who's probably going to really come through the field.
Oh, we will keep an eye on him. Now, guys, this is the formation lap. We've got 20 laps for the first one. It's the feature, so there is mandatory pit stops tonight for this race. And then after that, it's a sprint race with the reverse grid. Now, I need to just go grab something quickly, so I'm going to leave you in the fine hands of BP for about a minute, but I'll be back before the start. So, yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. Now, as I'm not on the same screen as Josh, but the field has chosen a mix of tyre. We are running the super soft and the soft tyre at Mexico. Simo's gone for the harder compound of the soft, while Kank has gone for the super soft for the start. So it's going to be really interesting. Just excuse my muffling around. I'm still trying to fix my audio at the moment. But yeah, it's a real mixed bag with the tyre bank. The pit stop to come and unpredictability with safety cars, it's pretty interesting. But Kankers really want to get a good jump off this line and get a lead going right off the bat if he wants to have a good chance at this one. Jetty and Kosso are also on their hardest soft tyre. The next person on the super soft is Zola. And the rest, it's honestly a real mixed bag.
Thanks for doing that, BP.
It's all good. I was just telling everyone that everyone has gone for a mixed bag with their tyre bank for this race.
Yeah, let's have a look. I know I just
got the soft and the super soft, and it's really interesting. Pretty mixed.
It is, isn't it?
As the last car lines up.
Yeah, it's not gonna get this one started. Formation lap done. So Simo, who got the pole, is actually on the soft. Let's see how Kank and Jetsy do from the start. 5 lights on. It's a quick go, and we're waiting, revving high. There they go, off they run. And the race has begun here at Mexico. It looks like a pretty decent start. No one's stuck on the grid, nothing like that. Into the first turn.
Here comes the toe.
Yes, it will. It's a big effect here at the Mexico track. Simo's already gone ahead of our feature race pole. But Kank holds it with him, but Simo's got it back. Jetsy's lost a spot already.
Oh, we have a bit of a carnage in the back. Just think it was Risey who was caught up a bit there.
Risey's he's falling down the order, isn't he? Has he got any damage? Looks like he's got all his wings attached. I'm not sure about that. Warrior Wasp though. I think Wasp was involved in something because he's.
Yep, I think so.
He's got some wing that's missing. That's going to hurt a little bit downforce.
Oh, here comes Kosso off the inside of Kank on the harder tyre.
Yeah, back up the front we go, and you can see Kosso really putting the pressure down.
Kank has held onto it.
Yeah, Kozzo's doing well as well. Jetsy's fallen away off. Simo runs wide. He's going to have to be careful. Too many of that sort of behaviour tonight will get him strict penalties. Here we come. Kosso has taken away second. And for now, Kank and Jetsy will be left fighting for that final podium spot.
Oh, he just taps the rear.
Jetsy, he got away with that. Kank has to get back up to pace, though, because he needs that toe. Because Jetsy will be using it down this front straight once again.
Jetsy's lucky he backed out of that. Otherwise Kank would have been right around.
It would have been. And Josh, welcome. almost 4 for you. Keynote says it's a dry race, obviously. Thank you. Bunzi, thanks for following. And it's good to have a few new names up in the chat rooms. Wherever you're watching from tonight, Jetsy, he was almost side on with Zola, who's taken a position away from Peters, who now starts a trio of drivers there, 6th, 7th and 8th. And there's a lot happening through the field tonight. This is going to be an awesome 20-lap race.
Yeah, they're really pressuring Kank, and he's just unable to get away from them, and pretty much burning all of his soft tyre advantage, unfortunately.
Yeah, super soft tyre.
Needs to break away. Oh, we have a yellow somewhere.
I think we got someone off down. I think Wasp. He's entered the pit lane, and I think he got a new front wing. You can see him on the mini map.
Yeah, he definitely needed this place at the second 2.
He did, but it's been Simo and Kozo who are now really taking the charge on the field, and it's surprising really because Kank's on the quick, what you'd expect to be the quicker tyre, but it's the 2 soft runners that have really taken an early charge.
Oh, massive slide from Kozo out of the final turn, so easy to do. I was doing some time trial laps earlier in F1, and oh boy, the rear end really gets away from you, but Kozo really starting to apply the pressure to the Simo. This will be a good fight when the DRS becomes available next lap.
We've lost Gerard.
Retiring.
Gerard is out. I think he lost it at the exit
final turn.
Of the final turn. Yeah, Mad Mickey coming into the pit lane.
It's a safety car. And Mad Mickey's timed this perfectly for a safety car stop. Jesus Christ.
Unfortunately for Simo and Kozo, though, their little early lead will diminish. Russell Evans as well. Thank you for hitting the like button. Yeah, because that gives Kank an opportunity to close the gap. Yep. And I wonder if he'll use it to go for an early stop. I don't know if the soft time.
Bit early, in my opinion.
Yeah, it will be a little bit too early. It's one of those things, though. It's as a driver, for you though, too early, would it?
Oh yeah, even for me, it's too early. The deck can be pretty high at this place, especially with the softer tyres.
And I know this track has a high altitude. I've never really looked into it in the game, but does it actually affect performance in the virtual world?
I don't think it really affects the cars too much in this game specifically. It's pretty much stock standard like other tracks. I don't think the game's really implemented that sort of stuff, but it might affect it a little, and I just don't notice it, to be honest.
That's true. Good day, Stephen Burrows. It's good to have you with us.
Oh, Kank's coming in.
Well,
a few of them coming in.
I did say so, but
wow.
Looks like they feel confident enough to be able to run the harder compound because they're
going to be stretching that.
Let's see what happens. Peter's on his spots. It is the red stripes for him. Kank also. So it's going to be a tough one. But
it looks like Kank lost a spot in the pit line. No, the other person was coming in.
Maybe they'll be able to do it. Still, the Cheers got caught speeding. He's down in 15th. That's not a good look early on for him. So lots of mitigating work to be done. Hopefully the end of this lap or the end of the next one will be
I'd say it'd be next lap, just due to the people pitting now. Just got to get everyone to get back to speed. It's a longer race than most 50% races, so it should be okay.
Yeah, you know what? I think with the length of the safety car and some clever driving, anyone that went in to get that soft should be able to do the job. They will be severely disadvantaged at the end of this one. At the
end, yep.
But you know, if they're careful enough, it's not unlikely.
I suppose if they're careful enough going around, and they really just take it patiently and don't try to go too aggressive on the restart, they probably can make it. Yes, they'll still struggle at the end, and I suppose by pitting now, there goes all of the. They just join the rear of the grid instead of being like 30, 40 seconds back.
That's right.
So it could work.
It definitely could. And those lights are still flashing. So it will be next lap. The game waits for the field to catch up. So we've just got a few stragglers that entered the pit lane. But they've got to deal with lowering tyre attempts and everything now too. So on the restart, everybody's going to be pretty much in the same boat. Or is it Rise? He likes to be
Risey. Is it Rise or Risey? But only one left on the super soft.
Yeah, I reckon he might as well take the plunge now. Just looks, but maybe he's not comfortable to run it that long. So it was an early safety car. So
if you were to come in, it would have had to have been the lap just gone, because I feel like it's going to end this lap.
I think it will. We've got the guys, they're catching up. They're coming down that back straight now. But the Simo and Cozzo, they did have an early lead, unfortunately taken away from them because, well, the safety car came up. We've lost Gerard. He'll be back for the sprint race. And reverse grid pole. If it stays where it is, it definitely won't, because this is just totally an unpredictable series. But FlowX has that pole spot for the sprint. Remember, it's reverse grid from 8 back. So there will be some battles there for the top spot in the midfield by the end of this one. So I'm really interested to see how this whole one plays out. Flyswatter leads the championship, but he's not here tonight. He's sick, and that's good for the likes of Kank and even Jetsy, who are pretty close together on the board. 2 points apiece apart. They could probably take back. Well, they could, either one of them could take the lead of the championship if they get a good result.
At the end of this race is going to be great I guess everything maintains station. Everyone just drives quickly and straight, really. But Simo and Kosso are going to be stalking the people who just pitted so badly at the end of the race. It's going to be really fun to watch. They're going to just be gaining monstrous time at the end of the race. And in fact, we're going for another lap on the safety car, which surprises me.
The guys unfortunately didn't catch up.
So the Risey probably could have came in that lap.
Yeah, probably should have. Let's see what we're on board with Jet. So let's take a look at the driver's eye of the track, a little bit slower pace. So you can see that front straight. You were saying before that here comes the toe. So big slipstreaming circuit, especially down there. Into 2 and 3. And you need a good exit out of 3 because it's another big long straight where you can do the same thing. We've seen lots of overtakes on the inside into this left-hander here. But you're probably not so used to making them, BP. Usually you're the one defending the overtakes.
Well, this F1 season I've been making it a few overtakes when I can, and when I defend I get pinned for it. But
hey, that's the game. That's not anyone else's fault.
It's good. Yeah, it's good fun. It's this place I think won last season, or actually it was last year, Mexico. Yeah, I was stuffed the start up, jumped back, and had to make up spots. And yeah, probably one of the tracks where you can go around the outside of another person and just try and hold the line for the next corner. It's still not an easy job at this place.
You definitely want to have the car set up to be as slippery as possible. You don't really need too much downforce here because of the long straights. It's quite a fast-flowing circuit.
But then again, a lot of time to gain that sector 2. Trust me, after doing a couple laps earlier, it's a lot of time you can get there.
Well, I think we're about to see the restart here, so let's keep an eye on the action. Simo's taken the lead. Cozzo in behind. I think he's just restarted from that last corner. It was a good one. And
he's got with him.
Blinkswell, look at this midfield battle though. There's 3-4 cars involved. 2
this
wide,
is good.
2 file backwards. And this slipstream.
We're going to go 4 wide. Nearly.
Some bit of racing. Here we go. Rise, Ninja, Blink. I think Blink's won that one out. Rise is going to duck it up the inside, tags the grass, nothing comes of it though. Good little restart, and that is just a good sign of things to come.
Nicely done. Very hard to go 2x2 through that section, and looks like they've just made it work. Plus or minus a couple of 3-second pens, but no one's around the wrong way.
They're not yet anyway. You can see they're in close quarters combat with each other at the moment. I think that was Peters just Truzola a little bit of a love tap as they went through this little sector 2, but they've come out of it okay. I don't think there's any damage, so he'll get away with that one for now. Kank, who we're looking forward to fighting his way forward on those soft tyres. He's in 11th at the moment, and he's got a lot of cars to overtake before he sees the front of the field.
Looks like the fight at the front is resuming just as it was before the safety car, with Jetsy just hanging in a couple of car lengths further back.
Now Kank, he had some competition as Peter's trying to nibble his way through, and Peter's almost got swallowed up by the 2 cars in behind, Zola and Skids. The 2 teammates working together there to make his life as difficult as possible, and they're definitely going to have DRS on him. Let's have a look.
So we have Rise in the pit lane.
Should have come in during that safety car. I would imagine would have been probably a better opportunity. But Zola, he's trying to orchestrate the overtake. I don't think Skids is going to get. It's going to be a 1-2 for the team, but will be a 1 for Zola there. And Peters almost clashes wheels with Skids, but they've come out of it.
Oh, I think we have a change for the lead, and we do. Cosso's got ahead.
Cosso leads. Look at that.
I was too busy watching the mid-pack.
There's a lot of good racing in the mid-pack, so Cosso looks pretty confident now. We're at 7 laps in Blink's World. He's got the move done on Ninja Penguin, and he also went purple in that first sector. So Blink's World looks like he's starting to turn the car up a little bit and getting that confidence in as we finally get a few green flag racing laps under the belt. Running wide.
Hopefully we'll get DRS soon.
Now, I've had the mask. When are we switching from 2019 to 2020? You'll know the answer to that one.
Well, preferably would like to be as soon as possible. Not DRS enabled. There we go. But yeah, preferably as soon as possible. But it's a matter of just. It's more of we have someone around. Still the Chiz. He's lost his entire front wheel. Looks like. Almost.
It's unfortunate. Kank's fighting his way forward down that front straight. He got right in behind Flo. He's trying to get the slingshot working, and I think it's just going to accelerate him around the outside, but Flo had enough top end, and he's battled that one well. Oh, he's trying to go the up and under, and Kank, he found a little bit of room. It was an awkward position.
Ooh.
I don't know. We've had someone else round. It was X4. X4 lost his back end.
Lucky not make contact. Yeah, pretty easy to do with these cars. Just get hit the curb wrong, and around it'll go.
Let's take a look. We saw it in the foreground. We'll have a look at the quick replay. So this is where it started, Kank, and then watch. You can see him. It was just there, and it looks like you said, BP got just a little bit of help.
Back to the previous question. We would like to get to 2020 as soon as we can, but it's just a matter of if everyone buys the game or gets the game as soon as it comes out, and if there are any bugs of the game that prevents us from starting earlier.
Yeah, that is one thing that can sort of slow the transition, is if there's too many issues with the game. That like we had the league problem, I think, when we started 2019.
Yeah, I feel that the league thing was too finite. It wasn't really relaxed enough. As Blinks makes a move on Jetsy with the DRS.
There's a few DRS moves being made. The field now starting to sort of sort themselves out. Flo. It's Peters right in behind him, and still Flo holds that top 10 spot. He's doing well, and he's actually on older tyres too. So Peters' softs are only 6 laps old. Peters though, he almost had a good enough exit. And look at this, he's defending the move. Flo comes over across to the left. Peters has taken the inside line, and on the outside they go. Peters, he's been tagged. He's tagged Flo, but he's held on to it, and luckily he didn't lose any wings there, and already these two are forming a rivalry that's going to last all season long. There's a good little bit of action there, a bit of hargy-bargy, but rubbing's racing, as they say.
Just been watching Blinks. He's going to come. He started way back at the grid after I think cutting the corner in the one shot, but he's come right through the pack and is starting to almost within a second of Simo.
Oh, the Kank.
As I think Kosso is coming in, but the leader is down pit lane.
Well,
Interesting.
The Kank got a move done in the stadium section, even though Mash Barretto was forced to cut the corner. Kank still went the long way and still made it work without any contact. Good little move from Kank, and he's on a charge through now. He's in the top 6.
Very hard to do in the stadium sections. It's just so tight through there.
He did do well. He'd made sure there was almost nil contact there.
We have a sector 3 yellow.
Barretto was. We've got someone around again. I think it might be. It's either X4. So we go green again. I think it is X4 as Rise has just overtaken him. So yes, stadium tripping some people up. Yeah, do you find it's easy to send the car around in the F2s anyway, in that slower section?
Oh, definitely not. Very, very difficult to do. Since the cars just tend to not really turn as well. It's try to get cars 2x2 through the stadium section is probably one of the hardest moves you'll make all calendar. Probably, well, not as hard as Monaco, but still very difficult, but obviously not impossible.
Definitely not. Captain Kino's got his work cut out for him now because one of the series favourites, Kank,
fight for the lead,
is coming forward with some conviction into the stadium again. This is where Kank outshone everyone around him. To get
Blinks has made a massive slide out of the final turn, just held on to the lead. Lynx similar to back off, and Jetty is going to get a run on both of them.
Here we go. Look at that. This is a fight for 1, 2, and 3, so all podium positions. Blinks has gone defensive very early on. Simo takes the normal line. He'll open up the corner, and look at that. He held the pace as well inside for the next one. Blinks will cover it off. Oh, he was lucky he ghosted there. Blinks lost control.
Yeah, net code there.
It was a bit of net code. Luckily, though, the front two weren't affected by it. Yeah, something's happening to Blinks there. He's lost a lot of pace.
Jetty's managed to round up the lead in this, and this is beautiful for Kosso, who came in a couple of laps ago.
It's also really good for Jetty in the championship, as he's 117 points. He's 2 away behind Kank. So at the moment, Jetsy's looking good for getting himself inside the top 3 in the championship.
Kosso, just with a 3-second pen there, he wants to really cut those down because I don't feel like the gap's going to be too big coming to the end of this race.
No, the strict corner cut penalties will probably change the outcome of this race, so both Jets and Simo need to be careful. We saw Simo being pretty liberal there on the exit and cutting across the track limits. They will be getting penalised for that. They do that too much. Blink World is in.
Probably a good move after what happened at the end of that lap. Sliding a little bit, so struggling a little bit. As we have a couple of cars around, I think it skids the stadium again. Same spot.
It's unfortunate. He's on only 8 lap old tyres too. Kozo, he's decided super softs the lap before. Mad Mickey's on some new soft, and the cheese is down there in the back spot. But it looks like Simo and Jetsy are trading blows. Simo's taking the lead, and Jetsy, I don't think he's going to want to let him get away with it. He's being squeezed into the grass, and he had to let the orange car take the lead ahead of him for now. Bit of a tap here and there. Let him know that Jetsy is still wanting that top spot. Jetsy's going to go round though. Oh, he's held it. Just a little bit of a love tap, and that was enough to send Jetsy spinning round, and that's given Ninja Penguin put Jetsy within reach of him.
And this surprised me that Blinks has actually come out ahead of Kosso, so I don't think Kosso's had that great of an outlap.
Yeah, Kosso at the moment.
I thought the battle they had there would have really helped, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it, so hopefully he can stick with Blinks. I feel like he's got the pace too.
We'll keep an eye on it, but look at this. There's this train forming just in behind Jetsy.
Here we go.
We've got Kino, Kank,
Simo is in,
and Zola a part of it. Simo's in, Penguin's in too. So remember, there is a mandatory pit stop in this race, so everybody needs to come in.
first person who has made a pit stop and is out on track is Kank, who is P3. So starting to work for him, but still 6 laps to go.
He's got a long way to go in those soft tyres because he went in on under the safety car.
Blinks. Can't have too many more of those.
No, and that's another penalty for him. But the likes of Zola and Peters also went in under that safety car. But you can see Blinks, Simo, Kozo, Ninja Penguin, Mash Barretto. They're all on that super soft tyre. So if they can come within striking range, they'll have a faster car, more grip to use. And that could mean the likes of Kank or even Jetsy at the front are going to be in some real trouble. But there's a good little race forming at the front, and definitely at the moment, I'm not confident in picking who's going to take the win of this one.
I think Kank might have enough of a gap if he just keeps it smooth from here on out. But with these two fighting up front, anything could happen, as I feel like those two are just holding each other up just a little bit.
It might be. Justin Tyndall, thank you very much for your kind words. He says, loving the commentary, and it's awesome, great to watch. F2s always are. I will...
Jets again, followed by Kino.
So no surprises. Oh, look at that!
That was close. Wow.
Kino almost taking out Jetsy on the entrance. Let's take a quick look at that as they take their pit stops. Just keep an eye on Captain Kino as we came into the pit stop. He had to do some evasive manoeuvres. He had to duck the car over to the right-hand side. Look at this. Oh, just to avoid contact with Jetsy. That's what we love about the F2s. They drive hard, they drive fast.
Looks like Jetsy's retained his spot over Kino, but they've lost with their fight, they have lost ground on the Kosso, Simo and Blinks, unfortunately. But that's what happens when you end up battling on older tyres, as Blinks is really stretching those track limits.
We just saw Captain Kino try to put Jetsy in the pressure cooker, but Jetsy, he's been there before, I think, because he was cool, calm and collected. And now Ninja Penguin in behind them. He's watching everything happen, and as those two ahead of him continue to race and battle, it's actually pulling Ninja Penguin closer to them. So, yeah, it's one of those things. Do you race, or do you just work together and try and get a little bit further forward?
With the safety car at the start and knowing where everyone's at, probably try to work together. And Blinks, as these corners are on strict and he's running wide at a fair few places, so he's probably lucky not to get pinned at these places, but he's got a 22-second deficit to Kank up front. So I think Kank has pulled this one out of the bag and really has picked the right strategy of coming in under that safety car.
It might have worked. We've got Zen Razo is picking Blink, but Blink does have a few time penalties, I think, for corner.
I'm not sure Kank does.
No, I think Kank could be alright, but I think Blinkswell does. So that's going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Simo, though, is putting Kozo in his place. And
Kozo
he's
looks like he's got back around.
Sorry, go ahead.
I thought Kosso lost a spot to Simo, but looks like they're battling well.
They are battling well. So we'll see how that one unfolds. They've got a bit of time to catch up to the likes of Blinks, Peters, Zola and Kank, but I'm sure they'll get there. That was Kozo running a bit wide, and that's all it takes sometimes is just lose your concentration, run wide, and the game gives you a corner cutting penalty, and
yes,
it's pretty much game over.
Now this would be a really good result for Zola, who's been caught up. I'm pretty sure he's been caught up in a couple of incidents in the recent times of the last couple of races. So he's currently P2 with a 2-second gap over Peters. This would be a really good result if you can retain that P2.
Let's have a look. Let's see what Simo can do here. He's going to have DRS on Kozo once we exit this part of the track. This is the stadium that they all drive on through, and usually see confetti and a
bit
party
too much
atmosphere.
there. Bit too much. 3-second pen.
Needed an exit, a good one. Simo did. He's just in it. Let's see what he can do with that extra bit of pull. Kozo, it's almost like he's been standing still because that slipstream is so effective. The toe definitely catapulting Simo ahead of Kozo, and he's now in 5th place. Easily done. Oh, they run wide.
We have another yellow at sector 3.
Here we go. The race hasn't ended between these two because Kozo, he struck back with a counter strike.
He's also got that 3 sec.
He did. He just got one. That's all it takes. Kozo though was bullied out of it, and Simo held on to it well. No contact for now. This is the other corner too. They've got to be careful of. And then the exit out of here. We usually see them run a bit wide sometimes. You see them modulating the pedal there. That's what I'm talking about. Kozo did that. Perfect example of what will get you a penalty.
Well, we have someone around sector 1. Looks to be okay. Still the Chiz is out.
Oh, we've lost Still the Chiz. Is that gonna...
What will that do? 3 laps to go. Probably going to get away with it without a safety car.
We probably will. Ninja Penguin, he's just outside that reverse grid pole. Jetsy holds it at the moment, so let's see if Ninja can close the gap between him and Jetsy. And that is for reverse grid pole for the sprint race, which is the race immediately after this one. So there's a lot to be determined with only a couple of laps remaining. It's lap 18 of 20. The gap here, 6/10, and he's already gained 3/10 down that straight, so Jetsu really needs to be concentrating hard and just focused on making his Dallara as wide as humanly possible. It's going to be a hard task though.
Oh, especially with that next DRS zone coming up for them front straight.
Yeah, Ninja will know it. If Ninja can get a good exit, keep the pace high, and maybe...
Peters with that 3 seconds.
Peters, yes, they're easy to get. But Ninja, for now, he's just got his crosshairs targeted on Jetsy. 4/10. It's come down a little bit more through Sector 2. Into the stadium we go. Jetsy just missed his apex. Ninja is driving a perfect lap here to line himself up for that overtake coming into this straight. Jetsy was just a little bit quicker through there though because Penguin's lost a lot of time. 2/10 already on the exit. Jetsy did when it mattered. He did the job.
Now let's do the DRS.
He's got the DRS. He's going to pull him in at a super rate of knots. Look at how effective it is. He's gone for the outside move.
Outside.
Have inside for the left, but Jetsy holds it for now.
Not close enough.
Have another shot very shortly.
You just got to put all your focus into the stadium, just the exit of the final. Just put all your thought into that final turn, just to get a good exit out of there, because it really shapes up your entire next lap.
He definitely will. Let's see what Penguin can do. I think he's just made a little bit of a mess of that. Jetsy was a little bit more forward thinking.
The battle for second is now on. It's almost.
Kank is still leading 10 seconds over Zola at the moment. It's looking good for him.
Yeah, Blinkers gain time, but just not enough.
Now Simo is also under some pressure as we come into the last and final lap of this race. Lap 20. That went so quick, I must admit. We need another 20 laps because there is so much that was happening, and it's all coming to a climax here today. And look at this, Kino might be able to get one more spot. He's going to have the DRS. Kozo has DRS as well, but it doesn't look like he's got that top end. Here we go, and Kino going for the outside.
Oh, deep
move, but he'll have the inside for this left-hander. That was
done it.
Great little move.
Oh, fantastic. They're both going to have DRS for this next shoot, so what's going to happen here?
And Ninja Penguin has got the move done on Jetsy. So Jetsy has been... Oh, he's got it back. Jetsy's got it back. And Rise is right there with them too. Sorry. It's just Ninja and Jetsy rather. Jetsy! Oh, you can see the yellow car of Ninja. Look at these two. There's nothing. You can't split them.
A bit of a buff there in the tight section. Oh, that's close.
It is very close. Jetsy just needs to... he's still got a bit of time. He's close enough too to make a last-ditch move coming into the stadium. And hopefully...
Meanwhile, Kank on his own.
He'll be able to defend it.
Great win by Kank. Played that safety car beautifully.
Not surprising that he did win that. Looks like Simo is going to come out ahead of Kino and Kozo here. It's Zola takes second. Peters third. Peters moves up to fourth. The Simo will come round. He'll take fifth place. Kino takes sixth. Seventh for Kozo. And Penguin did enough to hold it out over Jetsy in the end. And Kozo's taken
not the Pens and Kozo. Wow. So Kozo now has the reverse spread pole.
Kozo does. That's what penalties do. Changes the outcome. But wow, what a race. And it was a beautiful timed strategic move from Kank with that safety car. 17 laps on the softs, and he won the race. Zola did the same thing, and he got second. Well done.
I thought it was going to be too long, but track position is track position, and yeah, I suppose getting rid of all the rain time they would normally have in a pit stop, just worked out well.
Captain Kino says, little confused, I thought you couldn't pit under the safety car. You definitely can. Doused. I will be streaming more iRacing in this second half of the year, so it's coming. Don't worry. I think we've got a 24-hour event on the 20th actually. So next Saturday, we will be streaming the 24-hour event with the FNL1 teams that have entered. So looking forward to that. But there's your winner for the feature race. Kank takes all the points and is cementing his lead at the top of the leaderboard now. And Swatter in the chat. Boom! But Swatter, you've lost the championship lead, I think, because Kank's done what he needed. He has avenged his disconnect last week. And
I believe Kank... it's no pens for Kank too. One of the only out there other than Jetsy.
That's true.
This track's a pretty good job, and I thought Kino had the fastest lap, and he does. So Kino come from P18 to P6. Meanwhile, Blinks from P16 to P3, so good job from them. Two.
Incredible drive. But look at all those penalties. 3, 6, 9 seconds.
It's harsh.
So
it's harsh.
You've got to be very careful here in Mexico. But Kank and Jetsy both did a clean 20 laps, and that's really helped them get their spots that they deserved. Now, Jetsy, one of the drivers, just popping in to say DRS broke on lap 5. That is super harsh.
That's a killer. That's a killer, but it does happen in these online lobbies. It just randomly happens, and yeah, it's a bummer when it does, because especially at this place, because it's in the places. Really.
You've just gone real quiet, BP. We've lost BP, but look at this. Look at the sky, guys. That is cloudy. I wonder if there's some moisture hiding in those clouds. We'll probably have. It's a bit of a shorter race, but you never know. Now, they'll get the formation lap started. So 14 laps. Kozo takes.
Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you again. Don't know what happened.
I think my Astros are starting to die on me. I've been moving around a fair bit, and probably coming to their use by day.
Have you got the A40s or something else?
Yes, A40s. They've been fantastic, but I move my PlayStation and headset around a lot, so it reduces the life a little bit. So
yeah, I
might have to get the TR edition next.
I bought a set of A40s back in 2012, and I'm still using them today.
Oh, they're fantastic headsets.
I mean,
40s.
They cost me, I think it cost me at the time, it was probably close to $300, but to get 8 years out of a headset that I can just plug into the computer or the PlayStation, I'm not, and they're so comfortable to wear for long periods, and they sound fantastic. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I do recommend them.
They're good, but I'm probably going to get the TR edition next, as I probably don't take the best care of mine, but they still work 90% of the time.
Ryken says we need to make it a European league. Well, if any of the European guys out there want to get involved, join the FNL1 Discord. The link for that is in the description of the video on both Facebook and YouTube. I know you're a part of us, Ryken, but yeah, get them involved. Use the resources here at FNL1 and we can get a European league started, because the F2 racing is always top-notch, top quality. Now, BP, I think Stephen asked earlier on in the chat, but are we going to get any BP certified setup guides and tricks for the F1 games?
I mean, to be fair, I'm no real whiz with the setup, so I don't understand half things that I don't understand half the notches at what the setup really does to the car. I just want to remove a couple of things and just hope for the best, if I'm being honest, but I suppose I don't suppose why not, if it comes around to it.
Well, there you go. Hopefully, Stephen, we'll get something out for you. Thank you too, Daddy, for your share, hosting, and thanks again for your donation last week. And that was a quick start. The car's going to hold for a while. It's a little bit of a delay, but the racing, it's going to be a surprise to us all. There we go. And we get up and underway as Cozzo takes the field ahead of Jetsy, Kino, Simo and Peters down into that first turn. And the toe, even though it's the start of the race, will have a little effect into the braking of one. This could be exciting. It could be ugly, but we're about to find out. Here we go. As everybody folds in, cars scattering everywhere, but I think they've all been practicing because they got through. Well done.
A little bit of carbon flying here and there, but no one turned around. I think everyone was just a little bit more patient that time than the feature, which is good.
There's this absolutely insane group of drivers. There was 4 wide there coming out of the exit out of 2.
No, it's nuts.
I don't know how they fit them through. 2 wide through some parts. Rice had to jump over the curbing there. Kank has dropped to 9th as he's trying to fight his way forward. Zola's there as well. This is awesome. I love the start of these sprint races. Look at this. The train of F2s just making their way forward. The track will be a little bit cooler because the clouds are out. We haven't got any confirmation whether or not there's moisture in those ominous looking clouds, but we might find out in 14 laps. Kank.
I believe both races were meant to be dry, according to what I was told in Discord, so yeah, just see what happens. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it just throws off a bit of droplets at the end.
Definitely. Kank's down there in 9th. Oh, he's got the slide on. I think he just caught that. We're riding on board with him when that happened.
Still, the Chiz trips up in the stadium on the Super Soft. Didn't notice that.
Yeah, he started on the Super Soft.
Unfortunately,
it's not going to work for him.
Not good. Unfortunately, not now.
Definitely won't.
Yeah, right move coming in for the soft tyre. Oh, and he's changed his mind. Oh.
Zola right up beside Kank, making him work for that 9th spot, and they went 2 wide through the chicane. Somehow they come out at the end of it, both unscathed. No band-aids needed just yet. Kank, will he dive? He won't. He's going to
we have 2 around.
He's going to try and be a little bit more patient through here. Flo has a train forming behind him too. He's the engine that's pulling along Barretto and Skids at the moment. Gap 5/10, so well within DRS range at the moment. With the weather, I don't, like you said, don't think there's going to be rain, but it looks ominous.
Yeah, well, anything can happen. The weather is set to dynamic, so if it rains, it rains. It doesn't, it doesn't. Never know. Oh, those blinks. Had a look at Simo in the stadium section. Pretty intimidating and probably a good idea. Just blinks, just running wide at the exit of the stadium. The game will ping you there if you're a bit too careless.
Well, as that was happening, Kank did the job into the stadium. He did have a bit of an excursion out wide, but he held it together, and he's now finally ahead of Zola. It was not an easy task, but Zola inside that slipstream. Here we go.
Yeah, Simo.
We saw Simo, he's being pushed forward. Zola just ahead. Kank being pushed down into the turn. The cars almost look like they're slipping and sliding in these colder temperatures. But I think they've done it, these two. This is an awesome battle between these two now.
Zola got a fantastic exit out of the corner.
Look at that. Zola, the gap 200ths of a second. And Kank, wow, he just squeezed it through.
Ooh, bit of a tap.
It was. Per 2 Daddy Gaming just saying perfect cutback. It was fantastic racing too between the two. Racecraft between these guys is phenomenal. Putting on a masterclass and showing us all how it's meant to be done. I think
I'm certainly impressed with considering where Singapore a couple of weeks back and everyone was pretty more new, and the amount of 2x2 action through the tighter sections of this track has been pretty good.
Now Blink's World, we're watching him. He's down in 4th, and he's right in behind Jetsy and Simo, who are fighting it out for 2nd.
This will be a good battle to watch.
Here we go. And even Captain Kino is not too far away either. So it looks like all 4 of them are probably going to have DRS on each other here.
I think Cosso didn't have the best exit out of the final corner and has kind of dragged himself back into the battle pack, which is not what he wants.
Whoa, Blink's World. He's going to try and do it on the outside. Inside for the turn number 2.
Oh.
But Jetsy goes the long way.
And Jetsy might want to be careful with that. You've got to make sure you know where all the cars are. You don't want to cut in and spin both yourselves around, as that can happen.
Yeah, there will be protests probably. There will be steward inquiries if any of the drivers do, and I'll keep you up to date through the week with those. We put out a video of what happened last week in the F2. Oh, again!
Oh, massive slide.
Yeah, Blink's World looks like he's just rear grip, it's just fading away from him. I don't know if it's his driving style or the track, just the temperature it's at or whatever, but yeah, he's done that a few times now.
His car seems to be quick, but I think the rear tyres might be just heating up that bit too much and maybe just wearing just that bit quicker, because I noticed him in a couple of other cars. I was going to mention in the feature that a lot of them are just kind of struggling for rear grip around the middle of the stint.
Yeah, it is an interesting one. This is Rise on Peters, so battle for 6th and 7th here. And they're only separated by 7/10 at the moment. So DRS range as he goes through the detection zone. And I think even Blink's World's going to have DRS on his teammate, Captain Kino. It's not really doing much for him here, is it? Kino just helping him to catch up and cover that gap, but it's helped Rise as he's put his car up on the outside, inside for 2. But yeah, Peters was all over it. His car was far enough ahead that he held the spot.
Hard to make the move, but can easily be done if you just got to get around the outside and just stick with them.
Well, thanks again to everyone that's hit the like button tonight if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, big support if you do that. And everyone else has done already. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. And if you are new, don't forget to follow or like or subscribe if you want to make sure you don't miss any races here on Demo 1. If you're in Facebook, I think you can type !notify and it'll turn on notifications for you. So give it a go.
Yeah, I noticed that in the comment section of one of your previous videos that someone did that and we gave him a little thingy, so it must be a new thing they had recently.
Oh, they've had it for a while. I've just...
oh, okay, I've never seen it.
I've just never really... I didn't really look into it, and then...
I see it on Discord.
Oh yeah, Discord's the king of commands.
Oh, yes.
2Daddy asking, how would I get involved?
Oh,
what do you do? Join the Discord link if you're watching from Facebook or YouTube. It's in the description. If you're not 2Daddy, let me know where you're watching from, probably Twitch, and I'll post a link. Now,
and same as the other thing before the European League. As soon as we get numbers, there's no reason why it can't be done. It's just, yeah, we just don't have the numbers for the European at the moment. But yeah, when the Discord links drop, feel free to join and just let us know where you're from so we can all get all the people grouped up.
Now we just saw Kank make a nice move. He did cut that corner a fair bit to cement the position, so we'll see if that goes unprotested. But this battle...
He's been fighting.
For third, second as well, this one has not stopped, and there's still
I've been watching it.
Still 4 or 5 cars involved. It's very, very... It's very tasty looking, and this one is probably going to go down to the final lap.
Looks like it. Kosso was in the range of DRS1 lap, but it looks like he's just edged himself out of it. Ooh, bit of contact with Kino and Jetty there. As they're going to go too wide to the stadium. Kino goes around the outside of Jetty. Wow, I did not expect that.
It was a very ambitious move, but it's worked for him. Now they're going to get a good exit here, and I think they will. Both Jetty and Blinksworld, they're going to be right amongst it now.
Let Simo get away. They've let Simo just get away from them, but the DRS will probably drag them back in. Just get away from them, but the DRS will probably drag them back in. Just get away from them, but the DRS will probably drag them back in. Just get away from them, but the DRS couple laps, I think.
Sorry about that, guys. On live, I opened the Twitch and it was playing back what we were listening to, so... That was my bad. You heard BP say that thing about 50 times, but we go back to it. Look at this action though. Jetsy, Kino swapping spots. Jetsy shuts the door.
That was tough.
And I think Kino got a big tap on the back end there.
Oh, Peters with not Peters, Blinks with the massive slide again. Yeah, really lighten up those rear tyres.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to have any tyres left at the end of this one. He's really using them to their full potential and more.
This is a beautiful thing for Simo, who can start to try and focus on Kosso now, with the gap being over a second now.
Now, if you're on Twitch, I will get you an invite link in 2 seconds. But if you join the Discord, fill in your member details, and once we've approved you as a member, you'll get access and just start talking to us in the F2 rooms. And like BP was saying, if you're from Europe, let us know where you're from, and we can get all the European lads together and we can help you start a league. But
here comes Kino.
Kino, yeah, he's put the
DRS.
He's put the foot down, and Jetsy right in the middle of them now. He's sandwiched in between the two teammates.
Yeah, Rosé making a move on Peters, really buffing each other back there. Wow, really squeezing Peters in the inside there. That was pretty close, but it's allowed Kank to catch up to those two.
Well, Blinksworld was bullied onto the grass, and he still had enough traction to rocket ahead of Jetsy. So Jetsy's fallen down to 5th now.
Yeah, look away for a second, and the order's changed completely there. Yeah, it's all happening so quickly.
It is. It's impossible to have eyes everywhere at once, but I think we're doing a good job of it tonight. There's lots of action everywhere. These guys always put on a fantastic show. We've lost X4.
We have a virtual safety car.
Oh,
now.
Thought Blinks was going to go for the overtake, but the virtual's come out. Now,
depending on how long this virtual lasts for, you could come in theoretically for a pair of super softs. If I was Kosso and you're feeling confident, personally I would. I'd be coming in for the super softs. But I don't think he's going to risk it.
No, he'll lose his track position.
You'll lose it, but you'll be very quick. But we're back to green already, so probably the right move.
He probably was.
I probably would have fallen for it.
Jetsy's really lost out in that virtual safety car. He's lost probably 3 tenths. But Blinksworld and Kino, again, there's only the thickness of a hair separating the both of them. And already Blinks has gone ahead of his teammate Kino, and again another change.
Oh, massive slide from Kino, and he holds it. Oh, that was great. And Jetsy's about to take full advantage and has to pull out, as Jetsy has a big slide. Now they are separated a little bit now.
Jetsy, so unlucky. Tried to get on the power probably a little bit too quickly, and running wide as well on that dirty surface did not help. Now Kank, he's up into 8th at the moment. He's going to go around the outside. Peters, I think he did just touch him. But he's running out of laps now, so he's getting a little bit, he's getting the hurry on.
He's just stuck in battle the entire race. He's got the pace, but he's just been battling the entire race, and it's not a bad thing. It's just, yeah, he's just been stuck down there that race.
No, there's been some wonderful defending through the field, and Kank has at times though shown even some top guys what racecraft and at overtaking, how you do it, because he's done a lot of it with zero contact.
Here we go,
got
Blinks
another
right in
move
the back
there
of
then.
Simo.
It was a great
Blinks
move
right in
from
the back of Simo.
Yeah, Blinks.
As we go to the DRS zone, they're already side by side.
Look at that. Dueling down that straight, and Simo
Impossible to defend that.
Falls from second to third. And Blinksworld, he must have turned the wick up or something, because he's just found this extra pace all of a sudden.
Oh, he has a massive slide. Oh, barely holds it.
And that's...
Oh, he was lucky to hold that.
Surely his tyres are screaming out in agony now. He's done so much sliding today. Simo
tries to hold the position.
Oh, that car does not look, just doesn't look planted through
And,
corners.
Simo just running a bit wide. Oh, a little bit of a touch. As Kino is now back in this.
And so is
these two have been fighting.
And so is Jetsy. Here we go though. The Simo, he's in third. He's trying to catch Blinksworld, who's now built the lead up to 7/10. And Captain Kino is trying to defend from Jetsy. So if these duos start to fight each other again, they're going to lose Simo. But if Simo's caught defending from Kino in behind, then Blinksworld, well, he's been given a free pass to disappear. Let's see how they work this one out in the last and final 4 laps here.
Simo is still within DRS range, so he'll catch back up to Blinks at the end of the straight. Meanwhile, Kosso's just... he's vacated them all.
Oh, he has. He's a distant memory now, 4 seconds ahead of the closest driver, which is Blinks. And Kino, as we watch from his wing, you can see what he's up against. Now this is Simo. Oh, they run very wide there. They must be getting away with...
Yeah, they must be getting away. It is set to strict, so... it must be just lucky.
I mean...
I know I'd get pinned for it.
Well, I mean, we've talked... I mean, you're definitely one... I think if the game lets you do it, BP, is that then just... that's okay?
I mean, if you watch all esports, especially the F1 esports, if the game lets you get away with it, every driver just does it. Especially in the F1 esports, if you watch it in the virtual Grand Prix, everyone really abuses the game there. But yeah, it's just really, it really depends on the driver. Some do, some don't.
Well, I mean, they do say if you're not looking for every inch and advantage you can gain, then you're not really a racing driver. And the mentality is definitely there between all these guys, because they're all looking for just a little bit more pace, little bit of advantage they can get over their opponent. And let's see what can happen with Kino.
Has managed to vacate. Looks like Blinks has managed to vacate Simo.
He has. Look at that. Kino just was like caught standing still again, and is now third for Kino. I wonder if Simo is... I wonder if he went a little bit hard early on.
Yeah,
his tyres.
Seems to be struggling just to keep up.
So there could be some tyre life issues starting to creep in for Simo. Definitely feels that way, but he still has time to fight back. Not long, but if he can stay within striking range in that DRS zone, he's certainly not out of it yet.
I'm surprised Blinks has got the pace to vacate them, considering the absolute drifting I was watching him do. I suppose he's probably got some front grip then.
Oh, Penguin! Oh, that was crazy. He had the a tank slapper going on. He just caught it on the grass there, and he worked so hard to get ahead of Peters, but that is all gone now.
Damn.
Let's take a look.
It looks like Kino is definitely when you get back.
have a look. You can see he just got on the power probably a little bit too hard. He did actually have contact with the wall there, so Penguin might be down on pace now with some damage.
Meanwhile, whilst I was watching the back, Kino has dumped Simo and caught immediately into the back of Blinks.
Yeah,
so Simo really struggling at the back end of this race.
Yeah, there was some trying to break the toe manoeuvres there, similar to what you did at Suzuka. But you got caught out, I think, because it was the safety car. I mean, I think you were trying to break the toe and then open up the corner, but the stewards deemed that to be.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to go to the top in front of me, then defend. Then once I was over, try to get back to the racing line. Probably looks worse than what it is, but here's what it is. And Ninja's actually come to the pit lane, which is surprising. Must have had wing damage.
Yeah, he did actually touch that wall. So, yeah, I think he did. But look at this little battle now. It's all between Kino and Blinks. These guys have been trading blows every lap almost.
The entire race, I've been watching it 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's been absolutely enthralling. Kozo, he's starting to come into the frame, but I think he's done enough because there's only one to go. We're on the penultimate lap. And now Kino and Blinks.
He's just cruising now.
Now Kino and Blinks will be sorting between themselves who takes what. I'm sure there's no team orders amongst them, but so Blinks is going to have to fight for this one. Oh, there's a yellow. I think Ninja's off.
I think Ninja's gone around. Keeps going, so shouldn't stay yellow. Now, Blinks on the back of Kino.
The battle is definitely on between these two. No love lost at all. Kino's done enough for now. Simo also has Jetsi with him, so Jetsi's looking to get inside that top four. And Simo might be dealing with some slowing tyres. So let's see if Jetsi has that extra pace. He might have a go at it here.
To the back of Rise E.
Into the braking zone. Oh, he's going to do it. The door shuts on him though, and Simo gives him just enough
here
room.
It comes.
The up and under. Beautiful. Oh, that's a great little move from Jetsi. That was fantastic.
That was well done.
Now penalties. Raikkonen is
who knows how they'll
us
finish.
Penalties will change everything. You're not wrong, Raikkonen.
That is true. We don't know how many they've got unless we manually count it, unfortunately.
Now this is Kank in 7th. He's trying to catch up to Rise. He was within striking range just a corner ago. 3/10 the gap. He's going to have probably. I don't think he's going to be close enough to do anything into the stadium. I don't think he is just yet. Unfortunately, it's going to be Kozo though, who's first to appear around that final corner. He'll be the first to see the flag. He'll be the first across the line, and he'll keep it. Second for Kino, third.
Second.
Jetsi did get 4th in the end.
And Simo back to P3 with the lack of pens.
That sucks. That sucks for
Blinks did have second. Blinks did have second, and then Kino took it, and he drops back to 4th with pens.
And Rise was able to stay ahead of Kank there on that final lap.
Good job holding him off.
6th and 7th. And then it was Peters, Skids, the Mash Barretto, Bretado, Truzola. And then I think Warrior Wasp coming around in 12th place. Mad Mickey, Flo, Gerard, who got to the end of this one. Ninja Penguin, who we saw with the tank slapper just a couple laps ago. But it was Kozo, who, like you said, disappeared on holiday, and we didn't see him for the rest of the race because he did win it.
Yeah, he's probably lucky there was a virtual safety car, not a full safety car.
Definitely. Driver of the day, 2 weeks in a row. What a racer I am, says Captain Kino.
Oh, well, he was definitely one of the most entertaining drivers on track. I was watching that battle from pretty much start to finish. Didn't really look much elsewhere, to be honest.
He didn't need to. But it's a first for Kozo, and that will change his position in the championship as it is. Let us know who your driver of the day is in the comments. I'd like to have a quick overview of them, but this is your podium for the sprint race. And what a race it was. It was tense all the way to the end. Driver of the day for you, BP?
It's hard to choose, but I'm probably going to go with although he mightn't have had the best results in the end, the recovery in the first race, probably from Blinks, real contender.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the penalties and everything that everyone got. So Cozzo was clean. Captain Kino had one. Simo was clean too, and that's why he's ahead of Blinkspot at the end. But Rice started 11th and he finished there in 6th place. So it was a good haul of points for him there. But I must say, Blinks is looking pretty good for my driver. It's just he got those penalties though, which sort of dampened the mood.
You should make note that Kino both races fastest lap. There's a couple extra points for him.
Now Zen says Season 8 F1 trials start next week with an all-new format. Join the FNL1 Discord for more details. If you're fast, slow, assist, no assist, we cater for all of them in the new format. So if you want to get involved and maybe try your luck at the top league, make sure you do join the FNL1 Discord. Fill in the member details, and once you're approved, you'll get access, and we can get you into trying out. I'm looking forward to the new format next season.
Yeah, it's all to get ready for the new F1 game. The game's going to be pretty different, so pretty much just getting making F1 2020 a clean slate, if you want to call it that.
Definitely.
So hence why we're turning towards this.
Now this is how the points looked before today's race. So you can see there was no fly swatter, but Kino had a string of good results. So I would imagine once that's updated, Kino's going to take the top spot. Kank might be second, and Swatter will be looking. It'll be hard for Swatter to stay within the top 3, I think, because Jetsy also had some good results. So did Rise. So the top 5 are going to be all mixed up.
It should be a close top pack with having a range of different winners, which is nice.
We certainly have. We've seen almost everyone in that top 5 have a go at the podium, and it's really spicing up to be a hot season. And next week, on Thursday, we'll be at the US Grand Prix. So
USA, yes.
We'll head north over the border, and we'll take off into Texas. But tomorrow night, F1 at Mexico as well. BP, you'll be racing.
Yes, it will be.
Now, do you like?
I reckon it'll be a good race.
Do you like Mexico? Do you rate it as a track?
In my personal opinion, no, it's not really my favourite. I find it really difficult to just put every corner together. It's just, personally for me, it's just not a favourite. But it should still be a good race.
It should be. Hawks is ahead of you at the moment. You're going to change that?
Yeah, well, I guess I just have to get quicker.
That's very true. The quicker you go, the more chance you'll be leading the race. But anyway, thanks for popping in tonight and commentating.
Yep, all good.
It was good fun, and good luck tomorrow. And Zen will be with me tomorrow night, guys. So looking forward to it. Well, that will end the broadcast. Don't forget, if you want to get involved, get in, or even involved in the F1 for the next season, Season 8. Trials are starting soon. Now make sure you go to the Discord link in the description on YouTube and Facebook. I did chuck it in the chat on Twitch. I'll do it again before I leave. So you can click that. Fill out the member details and we'll unlock the Discord once we see that you've done that. And you can chat to me or anyone else. But for now, that ends the Formula 2. Keep an eye out as well on Facebook and the website for the updated points. But we'll see you tomorrow night with the Formula 1 at Mexico a little bit later at about 9 o'clock. But until then, good night, or good day, good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.